The chair recognizes the gentleman from Florida.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Americans entrust us with ensuring that their hard-earned tax dollars go toward measures that advance our interests, not undermine them. Over the past quarter century, not only have Americans provided billions of dollars to Iraq, but thousands have lost their lives in that country. Essentially, Americans have been generous enough to give Iraq a blank check payable not only in cash, but with American lives. Yet in 2024, we see a country that is becoming increasingly anti-American, essentially becoming one of Iran's strongest proxies. I served in Iraq, and protecting American interests should continue to be our #1 priority in the region. We cannot justify funding a foreign government unable to safeguard our dollars from exploitation by Iran, ISIS, and other terror groups. Yet the money we send to Iraq has been funding Iranian militias that target and attack our troops. Iran's influence over the Iraqi government is rampant. Over 2 years ago, the Pentagon's Inspector General disclosed that Iraq's security forces are overrun by Iranian-backed militants and IRGC terrorists. These are the same terrorists who attacked the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad in 2019 and continue to threaten our troops to this day. Yet every year we continue to provide millions of taxpayer dollars to Iraq's security forces and expect a different outcome. It's the definition of insanity. These militias are part of Iraq's own government. They are officially part of the Popular Mobilization Forces, which fall under Iraq's Minister of Interior. These militias are funded by the government of Iraq and then attack our troops with the financial backing of our own taxpayers. Let that sink in. It's apparent that our funding for the Iraqi government is not countering terrorism. In fact, it seems to be emboldening the terrorists. It's time for us to stop the endless cycle of trading blank checks for false promises with the Iraqi government, especially when they use it to put Iranian-backed terrorists on their payroll. This does not give us leverage, nor does it safeguard American interests. It's unwise, unacceptable, and quite frankly, inexcusable to send American taxpayer dollars to Iraq when we know that these funds end up in the hands of terrorists. The underlying bill should support our diplomats and service members overseas, not threaten them. I encourage my colleagues to stand up for the American taxpayer and support my amendment. I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves.